Hello.
Have it touch your chin.
That is so
Your
rude.
personality
Your
is
face
loud.
should not be in this room right
Yeah,
now.
get
Yeah.
out of here.
What are you still doing in here? What are you What are you still doing in here?
Do you have to do like a big like girls takeover?
Yeah, I think we should.
Yeah. I'm going to do like a little clap to remember.
Or we'll each do our own little, we'll go around the
Alright.
table.
Oh gosh, no.
I'm Becca. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Welcome to the Prophets podcast, where love is the bottom line. I'm your host for today because I kicked everyone else out. Sophia. Here with me today are these beautiful, wonderful women. We have my mother, Sarah Alexander.
Hello.
My sister, Ariel Alexander.
Hi.
Gotta remember to say Ariel, otherwise she'll be mad at me. And over here we have my wonderful friend, Rebecca Thompson.
Hi guys.
And today we are having a women's takeover. So, to get started, how are you guys doing today? How you feeling?
Tired.
I'm sorry to hear that.
To be honest, I'm not driving with this weather, but I will live.
You can shut up about your Georgia weather.
I didn't say anything about the 70 degrees that it is in Georgia.
Shut
today.
up.
Wow.
Shut
we
up.
don't want to hear that.
You can shut up. You can shut up about your Georgia weather.
I think it was 35 yesterday, so I'm okay with the 45.
Yeah, it's so nice out
nice
today.
yesterday.
Was it
Yeah.
yesterday? I don't know.
Yesterday was sunny.
I miss the sun. Can we move to Florida? Can we?
You can move
Florida's
to
where
Florida.
the
You're a grown
crazies
adult.
live.
Get out of my house.
I'll find that weird happy medium.
Georgia is where that's at.
Oh, whatever.
That's why I moved there.
Whatever. So, the topic of today is women in leadership and ministry. So, I have a question for all of you. Do you find it different leading as a woman in the church or in the world or workplace?
Well, I can start this one.
Yeah.
I've done both, and I've also done both as a woman leading through Christ and leading through my flesh. There's been times in my life where I'm like running from God, but I still said to the church, hey, I got obligations. So you have to go through those motions, and you're fighting against your flesh, trying to, cast these biblical principles to people. And then I've also been, in my worldly job where I'm leading, and I tried to do it in my flesh, where I feel like as women in your flesh, you're trying to compete against men. Whereas when I really surrendered my life to Christ, now I lead from a place of what God calls me to be as a woman, which is to not compete with men, but to complement them with my biological skills that he's given me and my biblical and spiritual gifts. That's led me to a place where I can influence so many more people because I'm not focused on my selfishness of like, I'm just going to climb this corporate ladder and prove all these men wrong.
Is that the same as like submitting?
I think so, actually. I think it's very, like, just as, we're called to submit to our husbands someday or, to Christ in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same thing with authority. And it's not just women. It talks about men too, submitting to that. Down south, everyone says they believe in God, and they, it's the South. There's a church on every corner, but it's the going through the motions thing. It's more of like, oh, I go to church on Sundays sometimes. Like, it's not really walking with Christ. So I'm able to influence in that way by maybe taking a back seat, or where there's an opportunity for me to speak up and prove someone wrong, but I don't take that. And I help build them up instead.
Mm-hmm.
My flesh, though, I think it's part of the Jezebel spirit, is like, you want to, like, I am woman, hear me roar. Like, I can prove you all wrong.
I love interrupting people.
And it's like, and usually I'm right, but being right is not always how you get people to go in the right direction.
Yeah, I wish it were.
I know.
I would always get people I'm sure Mom would always get people to go in the right direction if it was
I
true.
usually allow them to fail first.
Yeah, you just like to let them crawl back to you.
Unless it's like dangerous. To answer your first question, I've actually found it easier in general until the last few years to lead as a woman out in the corporate world than in the church
Really?
because of like just like old school traditions where it's men in charge where like they down to the point where like they wouldn't even let me pick the curriculum for Sunday school or VBS even though I was in charge of that
Oh my.
because they thought they should do it. But it's not like that now where my current position is
Oh yeah.
church secretary, but I'm also not in charge of that anymore. So but
Yeah.
but they're very open, and it's more of a like they do want to listen and hear what I have to say and get my perspective on things. I think it all depends on your church too.
Yeah,
true.
like a values
But
thing.
Yeah, I think it depends on the setting. I know, like, I've worked for some companies that the customers or whatever don't want to listen to what I have to say because it's a mainly male-dominated industry. And then within the church, though, I think if you prove yourself to some extent or, like, just show up or willing to show up, people see that and they want to listen to what you have to say because obviously they need you. And if they're willing to I don't know, if they're looking at things from a biblical role, they want people in those roles, whether it be like as the secretary or helping with kids a lot. I've done that a lot as well. And the guys here have been really awesome in listening to me and providing opportunities for me to lead, and I really appreciate that. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think in both cases, though, like if you're like a servant leader, then everyone's more likely to
That makes a huge
come around
difference.
and respect you. Because
Yeah.
I was the one, like, I didn't care if I had to clean the toilets. If
Yeah.
I was manager, I was working with people, not just bossing them around.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and
then
that's what I meant by showing up
yep,
and proving
yep.
yourself. Yeah,
so if you're willing to get in there and get dirty with everybody,
yeah,
and
for sure.
and then whenever I was in charge of something or management, I made sure I knew how to do every single job there so that I could fill in and help and train people properly and
Yeah, make sure
know where they're
everyone
coming
knows.
from, and then you're able to see then with a different perspective. Oh, why are we doing this way when we can just be doing it this way?
Yeah.
Faster.
I feel like traditions come in a lot with that stuff. Everyone's so stuck on one kind of worldview that they don't look outside or think that anything can change.
Traditions are good at Christmas.
Yeah.
They're not good at
I like
business and anything when it stifles your growth.
Yeah, I like them at Christmas,
point.
Easter, and Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you guys all revolted on me last year when I didn't want to buy matching pajamas.
I'm sorry.
Coming from kids who couldn't handle you changing the furniture, that's not a surprise.
Heaven forbid I move the couch.
Hey, it's very disruptive. I'm not good at change.
I had to
okay?
start driving different routes to get places because they would freak out so much if I went a different way. Just to get them used to change.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my gosh, I guess we're very in a routine here. And so I didn't want to stifle your growth.
No, you
out
gave
into
them
the world.
creativity and like grow through that.
I would
Versus,
just like to stay.
There's many ways to
being in
do
a
something.
box.
Let's do it a different way this time.
What's that saying? There's more than one way to skin a cat.
Oh my gosh.
We did
Yeah.
not
Those
skin
poor
cats. We did
Those
not skin
poor
cats.
You don't know that. I remember Pickles.
Pickles went missing.
No?
He did not get skinned.
Pickles died. I know what happened to Pickles.
You-
Uncle Bob
No
told
one's
me.
know what
allowed to talk
happened?
about pickles.
I know what happened.
No one's allowed to talk about pickles.
I know what happened.
Just know it wasn't me.
Not
They're trying to
everybody knows about
gaslight me here,
pickles,
Becca.
so you're not allowed. You're not allowed to talk about pickles.
Everyone knows
so-
about
Pickles is
Pickles.
a
Don't kid
mystery.
yourself.
Pickles is a mystery.
You're so loud
okay,
when you're.
back to leadership, guys. I do think that anybody can be a leader. You don't necessarily have to be in a position of leadership to have a role of leadership. Like, just as you were saying, I mean, as a mom, yes, that is a role of leadership, but also just having, like you just said, choosing a different route one day, I think that's providing a form of leadership and representing that to your kids. I think we have to lead by example, and whether you're in a role of leadership or not, that is a great way to be a leader, even if you don't have a position. So.
Being in the positions that I've been throughout my career, HR is usually yes, you're in leadership, but you're like outside of everything. So you're kind of, because you're an
Separate.
advocate for everybody, right?
Yeah.
So I see a lot of the leaders put in place because maybe they're the fastest worker or they got the best numbers. And then usually when you put people in seats like that because of those things rather than personality traits that make you a good leader, you find that they think, oh, I get to sit on top and just rule with an iron fist.
I have a PSA. Please stop making people managers just because they're good at their job.
Amen.
That does not mean that they're good at dealing with their
People
other
and-
people around them and that they will do a good job in leadership.
Speaking
is
of
usually the
this
opposite.
This is a wonderful way to lead into our next topic. What are some like qualities that you need to have as a leader? Like what should you do to better yourself as a leader?
I think it
And-
depends on what the position is.
Well, you have
Mhm.
to be a chameleon.
Yeah.
And the first thing is a servant. Like that,
Mhm.
like you said earlier, that's number one.
Having the heart of a
Because otherwise you're just a manager.
servant.
You're just managing tasks and people's attitudes and problems and day in and day out. Because I think understanding that people are not just who they are at work. It would be a great world if we could check our baggage at the door, but that's not reality.
Mhm.
So treating, like, let's say you have a staff of 10, on your team, you're not going to treat all of them the same. Some of them are going to be much more autonomous than others. Some are going to need a little bit more praise than others. Some are just going to need different tactics, and being able to be attuned to your team to get the best out of them. It's very rare that I've seen in my career where there's just a bad employee.
Mhm.
It's very rare. Usually it's the leadership is not plugging into them or pouring into them in the way that motivates them.
You're talking about being a mom.
That's what
I
was
mean, it
thinking.
really.
It's all it boils
You
down
have to
to.
mom everybody.
Yeah.
It's the
You have to
superior
Have
job.
grace and not put everybody into a box.
Grace is a
and,
great word. Yeah, that's a great word to use.
Yeah, not everybody's the same, so you gotta treat everybody a little
Mhm.
differently.
Like different learning styles,
Yeah,
for
for
instance.
sure.
It's not to say you're not going to get frustrated. I mean, multiple times a day, I find myself like wanting to go on a whole crash out rant. And then I just have to remind myself, like, I have Bible verses all over my desk that remind me that God has given me grace and I have to give that back to people.
Mhm.
It's so hard though when you're in it. It's
Yeah.
like,
I-
where's the common sense? But it's like, I don't always have common sense.
I had to learn that most people don't think the same way as me,
Mm-hmm.
which was very shocking to me because I'm very practical and organized and
At-
task oriented.
At what age did you learn this?
Probably 35.
Is that
Honestly,
just about the age you started having kids? A little bit before
No,
that.
she had kids
I
way earlier
started
than
at
that.
25.
You did?
Yeah.
I was
How
done
old
at
do you
30.
think she is?
I don't know.
I was done at 30. I wanted to be done at 30
No, I gotta be honest with you.
with
Dad has
physically
messed me
giving birth.
Up. Dad has messed me up on your age for the rest
Yeah,
of time.
my husband likes to lie and make up ages because I can't
Well, she looks
remember
way younger than
numbers.
she is anyway, so
yeah,
it's fine.
it doesn't really matter.
Just be like Betty White, who told everyone she was like 10 years younger than she was.
There you go.
My great grandmother did that when she came over to the United States from
Really?
Germany. When she checked in at Ellis Island, she made herself 10 years younger
Oh,
because otherwise she'd be considered an old maid and no one would marry her.
I'm going to go to another country. See you
She
guys.
got married, so it worked.
And she had the skin to
Yeah.
look 10 years younger.
Genetics is
She
where
was
it's at,
35
guys.
and she said she was 25.
That was
Don't you
Oma.
wish you had
No.
skin like that?
Yes,
Or her mom.
absolutely.
Grandpa Massett's mom, Anna.
Oh,
Anna Massett.
that's cool.
Mm.
Well, actually, I don't know what her last name was when she moved here
Mm.
because she got married.
The moral of the story is lie about your age to get married.
Goodness, no.
That's not the real
That's
moral.
not-
I'm
This
assuming,
just
I'm
took a
assuming
total-
her
This
husband
just took a
eventually found out.
turn.
And
to
she
a
outlived
pick-me
him by about
conversation.
30 years.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
We were just talking about Jesus, and now we're talking about lying. Great.
Well, they kind of relate, you know.
What?
What do you mean?
In what-
Jesus came for the sinners, okay?
Oh, I thought you were going to say Jesus lied.
No, he didn't. It's the
That's what I thought you were. Like, how do you.
No, no.
Back
no.
on track
He helped
here.
people who did lie. So, I heard a topic. I don't know if it was you or Mom, but someone mentioned advocating
Mm.
for your, like, you were talking about advocating for others.
Yeah.
How do you, like, what exactly is advocating? Like, self-advocating or advocating for others? How does that look?
So I think advocating for others specifically, first you have to remove all sense of self.
Mm-hmm.
You have to almost fully immerse into their shoes with, I think, immersing yourself into their walk with logic, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, because a lot of people in situations, everything is emotional with humans. If in the beginning of my career, I was very factual. I was very black and white. And it was like, well, I was very, it was easy for me to accept the hard truths.
Mm-hmm.
And it was difficult for me to understand that other people couldn't do that because of emotions. And later in my career, I realized that I have to meet people where they're at emotionally, bring them up to the factual part for them to see that. But it's like, you need both. You can't just have one or the other. Or one way is way too loose and the other way is way too stern. And then advocating for that is so that you can help them help themselves with whatever situation they're up against. It's basically, I think for me, the tagline for it would be giving people what they need versus what they want.
Mm.
And a lot of times they can't even discern that within themselves.
Yeah. I don't usually know what I want or need, especially for Christmas and birthdays. Sorry. That was actually very eloquently put. I'm glad you decided to come on.
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks again.
I love that you're surprised that I'm like a professional or something.
Oh, no, I'm
you
not
don't get to see the side of me.
I'm not surprised that you're professional.
Oh.
I just have to put that in for Dad. I think he's just surprised that all of his children are more professional than he is.
Yeah. we probably get that from Mom.
Yeah, I think it's from you. Thanks, Mom.
You're welcome. All the good qualities came from me.
Yeah. Speaking of good qualities from you, you worked as a secretary in the church, and
I do now.
You do now. Yeah. So, what do you do through that role in ministry? Because I'm sure you help lead. It's a leadership role in the church.
So most churches don't function office-wise as a business properly. Like most of them are very small, and they're kind of run very old school traditional.
Yeah.
And so when I came in, I saw all these ways things were being done, and it wasn't either organized, and it wasn't it wasn't efficient. And it's not to like talk bad about anyone that's ever done any of the jobs in the church, but when you get past a certain, I would say, number congregationally, things do have to be more professional.
Yeah.
Even though it is a ministry, you have people volunteering. You still have to have people volunteering that know what they're doing and know how to do it correctly, legally, even.
Yeah.
Just for, taxes and what you're allowed to do and what you're not allowed to do. How you're allowed to, as a 501c3, reach out and help those in need, and what you're not allowed to do. Like, you're not allowed to just give them money. You have to go through. You can pay a bill. You can write a check to that utility or to their mortgage company, but you're not allowed, like legally in New York State, to just hand people money and help them as a charitable contribution to their, like, they say they need food.
Yeah.
So you can give them food. We just opened up a food pantry, that people can just come in as they need it and grab it. It's unlocked in the vestibule there. They can come after hours if they don't want anyone to know they need it.
Yeah.
But you can't just give them money to pay bills.
Is it that you need to know where it's allocated?
It's not even like that the church needs to know. It's that's just the state and federal laws. It's those regulations, and even as a church, you have to follow the rules and regulations of your state and federal governments. I mean, even in other countries, But what I think I bring in is almost like a woman's perspective and also a business perspective on a lot of things. Of trying now, they've done a lot of. They've actually implemented most of the changes that I've noticed.
Mhm.
Just old school ways of doing things, like, you know, I made a shared Google Drive so everybody can access things, and taking away all the people would open up, like, say our YouTube account was in someone else's just some random person's name, not in the
different emails,
the church's name, like. So I now have, you know, all of the passwords and login information so that the staff can all access it, and we're not having to do, I forgot my password, and changing it every day because someone else is using something. So I try to, like, organize things more in that way.
Yeah.
You know, but also just like I'll have like a perspective of like a woman and a newcomer, because I'm newer to the church. So I'd be like, well, how are people supposed to find out about this? Oh, well, we do it every year. Well, I'm new.
Yeah.
I don't know about it. Like they do an event called the Chili Bowl.
Yeah.
And I knew it involved a sport.
Yeah.
I assumed
chili.
it was chili. I assumed it was a soccer game because the pastor in charge coaches a soccer team.
Oh yeah.
And so I was making up the sign-up sheet, and he goes, you put a soccer field on the sign-up sheet. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, well, it's a flag football game.
He didn't even let you know.
And I'm like, they assumed that I knew because they've done it for so many years.
Yeah.
And so I said, well, you better announce it's a flag football game because I didn't know that. Like so I can bring in even just that perspective of like, I'm newer.
Yeah.
Just because something's a tradition and has been going on doesn't mean anyone that's new knows anything about it or even what it is.
Yeah.
You know, so
they just have to rely on whoever's nearby, if they even bother to ask about it,
right
to explain it.
Right. So there's a lot of that. Like I'll be like, well, how do they find out about this? Oh, well, we just do it every year. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
No, people need to know what to do, especially because we got a lot of new people. And if I'm working in the office and I don't even know, then
and that's almost
no one else is.
It's like isolating to those, because if I go to a new place and it's supposed to, like, a church is supposed to feel like community, right? And like feel inviting. And I know that no one's doing it on purpose, but like you said, we get in our own bubbles and there's all this stuff going on, but no one comes alongside me and's like, hey, this is what this is what's going on. We'd really love to have you join. It's like, oh, I'm just lost in this sea of people and I don't really feel comfortable here.
We're very welcoming, but it was more of like
general.
It was more of like the
that fresh
communication,
perspective,
because you've gone there your whole life.
Yeah, I know what the Chili Bowl is, but I can understand somebody walking in and seeing a flyer for the Chili Bowl. What's
Like,
involving chili?
Yeah.
A chili bowl.
So
I don't know.
I was working
A
on
bowl of
more
chili.
of like explaining things more, like reiterating what they are, what is actually involved if you want to get involved, you know. So not just sign up to help, like, okay, let's have specific jobs. Let's know what the times are.
Yeah.
What do these jobs entail? Like, you know, that sort of thing. So I get that more like that from business management, like
providing more organization to those boys. that
Yeah,
don't know what to
Yeah.
do.
They're not thinking about that. They're just boys
Get the
are
job done.
I'm more on like the communication end.
Yep.
But I think that also goes into, like, earlier when we were talking about men are they're just on the track. They got goals to hit. And then that comes in where, like, we have, as women, have been given different gifts of like insight into things.
Well, it depends too, because there's some guys that think exactly the same way as me.
Yeah.
And are very organized. Like, me and one of the other pastors there, like we're always like we work well together. We're always thinking we have the same similar ideas, same similar
create
like
a little checklist.
like he's organized. He's the only one. Him and me.
I know who you're talking about too.
But yeah, and we work well together because we both think that way. But we got to bring the other ones on board. Like,
yeah,
hey.
you gotta figure out how to work with those people. Because when they first got me on to like starting this podcast, Steve just kind of like was like, here, do this, and this, and like he's amazing. You know, he's amazing at editing. He's amazing at videography. He is not good at organization at all, and neither is Dad. And so I was like creating like all of these like outlines and lists and things like if this happens we should do this and this, how to reach out to people, how to blah blah blah, and I had to like corral them into meetings to get things organized and everything, and then I showed them everything and they're like, you did all of this? Like what? When did you even? How did you even? Like it like blew their minds that I like. They're like, you're just like your mother.
Yeah, and I don't think it's like a man woman type of thing. It's just like the way that you think. You either think a certain way or you don't. And apparently, the way that we think like in that way is very rare, which I didn't know.
Yeah.
I do think that, as like Ariel said, girls do tend to be more relational, so that is going to come into play in organizing things like, okay, how is everybody else going to be viewing this, or what other how is this going to affect everyone else? I think girls are generally better at doing that. I wouldn't say all cases because everyone is different.
Yeah, there are exceptions, of course.
There was a study where they put either 100 or 50 women in one room or 150 men in a separate room, and they left them in there for maybe 10 minutes, half an hour, and they asked the women about like how their time was spent, and they were like thinking of all these things, mentioning conversations that they had with people in the room, things that they were thinking about, and the men, when they asked them everything, they're just like, oh, I just like sat there.
See, now if Dad was in there, he would have known everyone's name.
He's a very
their whole life story
person,
and I would have been the woman that's kind of just sitting there being like, oh, good, I can read my book.
Yeah,
like
it's a
but okay,
different perspective.
Not to keep bringing it back to this, but Dad got that from Nani, because Nani is like that. Nani is like, get the scoop on every detail.
She is. Have you
ask everyone who they are?
She's
you know,
a very personable person. She has a little gang at Timmy's that she sits with.
It's so
her
funny.
Tim Hortons gang.
I call her and she's like
the silver-haired. Silver-haired.
We'll have to think of a cool. We'll ask ChatGPT for some good names for
5
about
10
a coffee
people that
club.
meet up at
Clatch.
Tim Hortons. They all sit and they talk to each other. They're all very personable. She's like the leader of the gang.
Yeah.
And they became friends there.
Yeah.
They didn't know each other ahead of time.
Yeah.
No.
Because she'll just walk up. That's something I admire
went
about
to
her.
somebody's 90th birthday party.
I think Anna Rose or something her name is.
Yeah.
I know all these people's like medical history.
Yeah.
I know what they wear every day. Like, that's so
like
funny. What they did for a living.
People's like grandkids and
that's an art that's so lost though in our culture.
Yeah. We gotta talk to each other more.
Yeah.
I think that's just in across the board.
Yeah.
Especially COVID, like really put that into
it's the phones.
Ramped it up. What? Oh.
It's the phones.
Stupid phones.
Well, and like COVID catapulted us in that direction because there's a whole generation of people that it's isolation is their comfort.
Well, that's why I'm glad they took phones away from kids in school.
Okay.
They have to like talk. They have to talk to each other at lunch now.
No, they have to talk to each other.
Yeah, it's scary. It's crazy how that works.
They can't text each other the answers to the test anymore.
But how are the moms going to get a hold of them if they need them?
I know.
The same way my mom did. She didn't.
Exactly. Like, what do you need to get a hold of your kid for in school?
Yeah. No, there's some
if anything
helicopter
happened,
parents.
I got told when I got home from school.
Yeah, there are some helicopter parents out there that are very concerned of their children's welfare.
Well, we're helping them too.
Yeah.
They're gonna grow.
We're gonna separate that little codependent relationship. What is a lesson that you've all learned the hard way with leadership that you wish you may have learned sooner?
I'll say anything that I had to learn the hard way, I actually wouldn't want to go back and relearn it in an easy way because I needed that, the difficulty to get there. And I would say my lesson is that I can't assume that people know what I know, think the way I think, or like I always say, like common sense ain't common, but someone might have a different type of common sense. Yeah. So rather than
street smart versus book smart.
Rather than going into it like I know everything because of my experience, I always go into everything now as if I know nothing, and I'm there to observe, absorb, and to learn, and then take it all in, analyze, and come up with the best outcome that we can collaborate together.
I don't think I learned anything the hard way because I like to follow the rules, you know.
You're just better than all the rest
But
of us.
I would say things that I've learned in general was more about like me changing myself and the way I approach things. Probably I'm a lot quieter than I used to be, and I don't blur out everything that comes to mind all the time.
Holding your tongue.
Yes, holding my tongue a lot.
I mean, and not to, like, since I am so much older and I met you at an older age, I have seen even that, like, shift, like, in you. So that's, like, really cool, like, you know, that growth that you're talking about.
Thanks.
Like,
Because it took your dad 2 years to notice I wasn't arguing with him anymore.
It was a really funny. They were in the kitchen together. They were in the kitchen together, and my dad was talking. I don't even remember what he was saying, but he was like getting himself riled up, talking to himself. And my mom was just standing there. She was just standing there by the counter, and I had walked in the room to like get a drink, and I was like backing out slowly, and he paused. He was like, "You weren't saying anything," and she's like, "I know."
but no,
How
and
long
like,
have you been doing that?
seeing
2
that.
years.
And like a lot of times, I mean, I'm just a kid at the time, but like, you know who's right and who's wrong, and you're like, you know, looking at.
Be honest, who was usually right?
But that's the thing is like,
Very entertaining.
but knowing like Dad, and he's
Very
so
entertaining in our
passionate and just
house.
won't shut up about stuff. So
You have to agree with him exactly the way he says it. You have to repeat it back to him.
oh, he does the same thing to me.
And I'm like, no. No.
like I
I'm
said, it means the
probably
same
like that.
thing. I'm not gonna reword it just because no. But
I always have
seeing
to
that
be right.
transition is like, yeah, it's almost like a powerful thing to be able to just take a step back and not need to say it, even though you know you're right or whatever. It's like, you know what? Okay, all right,
Yeah.
you'll come to it or you won't.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
for me, when I started the Bible study, I don't think I realized how much that would grow me. Like did it with the intention of helping other people, and I think I'm the one that's changed the most from it. Just God working in my heart, preparing me for that role of leadership, and how the people in my Bible study have blessed me more than I think I've been able to bless them. So I think just being able to, I never expected to grow like I have, and that's something really cool to see too.
And now Paige is getting baptized on Sunday.
That's
Being
awesome.
baptized, so
Yes.
that's so exciting.
She's my sister-in-law.
Yeah.
So, yes.
Yeah.
so
I'm excited.
Anywho, I'm getting
What about
side-
you?
Oh my goodness, there's so many lessons that I've learned the hard way. I think it's the main way that I learn. It's so bad.
It's okay, then it'll stick.
Yeah. No, growing up, you used to tell me, we used to have a fireplace. You used to tell me not to touch the fire, and I did it like 3 times, and I kept burning myself, and I still, yeah.
You didn't burn yourself too bad because I didn't have to take you to the hospital or anything.
I think I was too scared to tell you that I touched the fire. So, yeah. My fingers work. I think I burnt my fingerprint off on this. Yeah, I did.
You also had sensory issues, so you probably liked it.
Yeah.
I do
Might
not
have-
want to
might
go
have.
back to that time. Our lives were controlled by Sophia's sensory issues.
I was in charge of every seat in the vehicles. I was in charge of when.
No, you weren't. I gave you all assigned seats.
Yeah, because I kept complaining about.
Oh,
not
it wasn't
sitting
you.
in
It
the
was
middle.
all of you. I had to rotate.
Everyone-
I had to change seats every couple
Everyone
months.
wanted to sit in the middle seat in the minivan, the weird half seat that's usually down.
That's something
The-
I don't get in my house. Everybody just followed in line. Like the oldest sat in the front, and then you just fell back.
Nah,
No, they all would fight over where to sit, so I gave them assigned
we
seats.
fought
Yeah,
over
makes sense.
TV.
And then I'd
days.
switch it. They'd have days where they'd have to be the helper and help with the cooking.
Mhm.
They all had chores, and we've done a whole different way of doing chores. Whether you picked it out of a hat, or you were assigned that chore for a month and then we'd switch.
Anyone
But I think in our family, the reason it's like that instead of like how you're talking about, so our parents, like, you know how there's the youngest and the old, like, it's more of like you're all just in your own power, like, just, you know, like they empower us all to be like who we are, our best. Like my dad, whoever's in the room with him, he'll like, you know, you're my favorite. Like he like
he would
pits
do
us
that.
against each other, like some friendly competition stuff. But it's not like you don't walk into the room and it's like the hierarchy of like, you know.
Yeah, no, he would he would say that each kid was his favorite in secret, separate from the other kids. And one day we all got together and conversed because someone was bragging about it at one point.
It was probably me.
Yeah, it might have been you.
It took you guys a really long time to do
did.
it. It was really
took us
funny.
an embarrassingly long.
You guys had a full-on
That's so
meeting
funny.
about this?
We did.
Yeah.
We had a meeting. we had.
Wait, so did somebody actually win favorite?
No, it's just right now.
They
I think
all
Ginger,
realized that he
Ginger's
said
the
that
favorite
to all
because
of
she
them.
had the first
Eventually-
grandkid.
Eventually, Ariel was the favorite because she was out of the
I was out of the
house.
Yeah,
house.
my
Yeah.
rule was when they asked me who my favorite was, I'm like whoever moves out of my house is my favorite. And Caleb started crying. And he's like, I thought I was your favorite. And I'm like, I've never told anyone they're my favorite. Like
Yeah.
I'm just like
Maybe because I feel like Caleb got yelled at the least. So that's
did.
probably why he thought that he was the
He
favorite.
was a little.
He was
baby
cute.
boy.
Even I couldn't look at him and get mad.
He was.
He was cute.
He used to be cute.
Now he's annoying.
Caleb would observe and learn.
Yeah.
That's
No,
true.
he was so smart.
Yeah, he
Unlike
didn't have to learn the hard
all
way.
of you, unlike
Yeah.
all of you independent, ladies older than him, the four of you.
I wonder where we
I
get
have
that
it,
from.
No, I have it written down on the calendar the day you said I was the smartest person in the
You
house.
are the smartest one in the house.
I
would
have
to
it
say.
written down. I marked
In
the
the
day
house.
down.
Wow, that's
It was at Evan's
I would dare
birthday
say she's
dinner.
the smartest one in the family.
I don't
You'd
know.
have to agree with
It's
her. You'd have to
recorded.
agree. She's
Dinner.
the smartest one in the family.
Eat
She's
dinner.
the smartest one in the family.
Eat
She's
dinner.
the smartest one in the family. Agree with her, Ariel.
Suck it, losers.
I think I have a little bit more emotional intelligence than you, so I think we got to take that into account as well.
You're
I'm talking books.
competing.
Okay, then yeah, you're the smartest. Book smart, you're the smartest.
I do think I'm my dad's favorite. I'm not sure about my mom. I think she likes
Are
me more
they,
now
is your
that I've
family
moved
gonna
out.
watch this?
I hope so now.
Uh-oh.
You're gonna spark all kinds of.
But my
fights.
mom
That's
will.
alright.
My mom will tell the brother-in-law, her son-in-laws, who
Yeah.
her favorite is,
Oh yeah.
But that just
and
gets
they'll
them to
like
do stuff.
record it
Yeah.
and send it to each other. So like when Dad had to take Papa to the hospital one day, to the
He was the
emergency
favorite.
room, she was like, "You're my favorite." He's like, "Wait, say it again," and he recorded it and he sent it to everybody.
Oh my goodness, a lesson I learned the hard way. One of them would be actually like learning to pick my battles, because growing up, you adopted. I say we.
It was
It's
we.
It's a whole
It
family
was a whole
thing.
family thing.
I was there.
We all had to adjust.
They asked
different
you.
ways.
They interviewed you.
Yep. Ella. She knows immediately. It was a very steep learning curve. Learning how to deal with Ella. Now that I'm like older and like separated from it, I kind of like understand a little bit better, because in my head when I first met, she was like my mortal enemy. She was out to get me, and I was like, I would get so angry, and like I would like give back as good as I got, and I realized like that's not gonna change anything, because I remember having a conversation with you and Dad. I was like, she's stealing all my friends. She's like elbowing me when she goes past me, blah 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 blah. Like I'm sharing a room with her, and it's like I don't get a break. And you kind of like talked me down into understanding like I'm not the only person going through a like big life change. And like now we're best friends, so I feel like I can say this. I say
Well,
it to
hurt
her.
kids hurt kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
Yep.
and it's like it helped me to understand better. Like it wasn't me. She was like it wasn't personal anymore.
she's a total 180.
No.
No,
Yeah.
she is.
Total
she's
180.
amazing now. She wasn't back then. She was a little butt cheek.
I would have to say she was probably the one I was worried about the most.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel calmer now.
She's much more
Yeah.
self-aware. I find myself missing her often.
Yeah. No, she's
So.
great.
Well, you'll see her at
She's
around
like-
7:00.
She's
Yeah.
like so emotionally mature now. She makes friends wherever she goes. She is awesome. She wasn't at that time to me, but she is awesome now. I would just like to state that, you know?
Well, don't cut it.
I won't. Steve might. I hope he does.
Steve, don't cut it.
Yeah, don't cut it, Steve. What is like a personal success that you had in like leading something that really stuck with you? Anything where you were kind of in a position like leading someone else and you were just
I just think for me, like as you all like become adults and get jobs and are productive members of society and like move out of my house, like
Number one. Asterisk,
she really
asterisk
wants
there.
it to happen.
no one's allowed to live in my attic or my basement.
You live
that-
in the
that-
attic.
That yeah, I do live in the attic. That to me is, I guess, my biggest success, I think.
I'll snap to that. We got a successful mom over here.
I would say for me, my career really started when I started working for Conequip at like 21. And it was supposed to be like a temporary thing. I was a receptionist. And then I helped build out a lot of like the things that they have grown into and became HR. And it was like, yeah, I was successful in my own right because Dad always made sure that, you know, it was known like he didn't hand me anything. But when I left Conequip after almost 9 years, it was like, okay, this is real. This is going to sink or swim. I'm going to be out in the world. There's no dad, mom there, you know. So it's really, I knew I could do it, but I think it was showing everyone else that maybe thought like, oh, it's her dad's company. That's why she's where she's at. Like going and just picking up and moving to a whole other city that I've never been to and starting over and having like CEOs and CFOs that come to me and they ask me for my opinion and my advice because they see the level of work ethic and the what I bring to the table in general, and how I've helped. And then they keep doing that and it helps me grow in my career, which in turn for me, I just want as much influence over people to show them Christ as possible.
Mm-hmm.
So once I kind of switched into that mindset, God has blessed me in that area. So I feel really great that I'm able to be in rooms with people that most people my age wouldn't even dream of.
For me, I think I was in customer service originally when I started at Conequip, and then I was actually going to leave because I wasn't enjoying that position as much, and some people in charge realized that, and they're like, okay, well, we don't want to lose Becca, so they found another position for me, and the fact that they saw something in me and wanted to hang on to me and found something they thought I would be good for, that was, I don't know, that was a huge gift to me, and felt a lot of success. Like, wow, they actually see something in me. That's awesome. So,
Yeah, well, 'cause you're awesome. So
well, thank you.
it's hard not to. You know, you should give yourself a little bit more credit.
You're too thoughtful.
Just saying, you know.
And if I could just pinpoint on that, like that's a huge sign of great leadership that you had someone. They could have just, most places would have been like, okay, bye, like. But no, we see your value beyond this. We know there's something deeper. And I think obviously that's also rubbed off on you because you're in certain spaces now too.
So I just want to bring Paige up again too. So I've always been like really content just being the seed planter and like in following Christ, just being able to plant those seeds, and God provided an opportunity for me to actually lead someone to Christ. And that was like, I remember crying when it happened because that was a huge blessing too. I'd never expected that to happen.
That's powerful.
Yeah, everything you're doing with the like women's Bible study is absolutely amazing. Like,
Thanks. It's all God. It's not me at all.
I know, but you're putting like your foot forward and like leading and encouraging people to like not just stay on like the surface and to like actually dig deep into what they're reading. And it's great that you're doing that like
In a
at
workplace
work.
too. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Like-
I mean, that's scary in and of itself because it's like there's so many opposing views, but it's like
Can be, but yeah, I'm blessed to work for a place that allows me to do that.
So,
You didn't say yours.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I have personal successes. This is hard. This is what I'm making you guys do. I like
You
all
survived boot camp. That's all.
Yeah, that's
but
huge.
It's like a haze in my memory. It's all there was like a time when I was in boot camp actually where I went from like the little sheltered homeschool kid who'd only been around like family and friends my whole life to being in a completely different place where I couldn't contact you guys, couldn't contact anybody. Like, I was essentially on my own getting yelled at by grown adults and forced to do manual labor. I essentially, like, the conditioning that they do there is absolutely insane, and I don't understand how it's legal at some point. It was, like, such a change in mind and character where it kind of pushed me past the point of comfortability, because up until that point, I'd always, like, I could change anything to make myself comfortable. Like, I could, if these, like, socks were too scratchy, I could change them. If I didn't like what I was eating, I could make my own sandwich, you know? If I didn't like this person, I could just walk away from them. I couldn't do that anymore. Like, I was forced to, like, learn how to deal with other people and, like, everything.
That's why they do it like that.
I know. It was
meant to break you.
it was strange because it felt like most of the things I had gone through in my life were preparing me up to that point. I'm sure you've noticed from this conversation, my mom is extremely thorough, and like the things that they made me do in boot camp and training, like their punishments and everything, they were like less hard than the cleaning that my mom made me do growing up. She made me
if you didn't do it right the first time, then you had to do it right the second time.
Yeah, I would
That's all.
I would scrub the bathroom with a toothbrush, like deep cleaning, guys.
That
And
was just once.
no, it was a couple
No,
times.
that was just once.
I got to boot camp and I was like, this is easy. My mom works me harder than this when I'm cleaning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, and like everything that I had gone through with Ella helped me to deal with the different personalities of people there, because for some reason
There's lots of crazies.
yeah, this one girl hated me for some reason. I don't know why. And I like, it was just learning to like not let it get to me and to like kind of rise above and like still keep like a loving and servant heart towards people. And I remember the girl that had it out for me for some reason. I don't know, she had grabbed me in front of people. I was going to my bunk at the end of the day, and she kind of grabbed me, pulled me back, yelled at me for something. I don't even remember it now, but I just kind of like stared at her and was like, okay. And I walked away, and this one girl pulled me aside and she was like, you have such a shining light inside of you. And I started crying because I was like, oh my gosh, that's like that moment just stuck with me. It was like all like my actions up until that point, it wasn't just for nothing or unseen.
No, people can see the light of Christ inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Like they might not know what it is,
Yeah.
But they know it's
But-
something different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
and that's also gonna get why she didn't like you.
She saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, it was yeah. And like after that, I would like in the bathroom, in the shower, I would like start singing songs and everybody would join in, and like it was great. It was a fun time. Join boot camp. No, don't do it. So, as we're kind of coming to an end here, I have something fun. I'm going to move this closer.
It's not pop culture, is it?
It's like, you know this stuff. It's like it's
That's
a
what
thing.
Steve said too, but
No, I know that you know this stuff. You'll know some of them,
Is
okay?
this trivia? Oh my gosh.
It's sort of like trivia. It's more fun trivia though. So, have you guys ever heard of like bad movie descriptions?
Yes. Like
So-
Nemo's.
I'm gonna read out a bad movie description, and
We'll have to try to guess the name.
yeah, you'll have to try to guess the name of the movie. We'll kind of go.
Love this.
We'll go in a line. We'll do one at a time. There's 3 rounds for each of you. For an example, overworked orphan runs away with a man after she loses her shoe.
Cinderella.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say Annie. till you
That's what
said
I
the
was
shoe
thinking.
thing.
Yeah, stuff like that. That's the example thing. Okay. All right, so we'll go in a line. That way we can just circle around. You guys ready? Are you
Wait,
ready?
which way's first?
You.
You're
Me?
first.
Oh, okay.
We're going counterclockwise. Right? Yeah. Yeah, counterclockwise. I'm smart. Round 1. Something fun. Okay. An elderly man uses balloons.
Oh, up.
Yes. Up. Congratulations.
Well, can you? I want to hear the whole description.
An elderly
How they
man.
skewed this.
An elderly man uses balloons to kidnap a small boy.
That's funny.
It would make it creepy.
Yeah. All right, Ariel, you ready?
Yeah.
A woman has an awful job interview, so she cuts her hair, steals her dad's stuff, and joins the army.
Mulan.
Yes.
Okay.
See, you guys got it. Are you ready, Becca?
I wasn't gonna get that one, so
I
I'm nervous
wasn't gonna
about
get
this
that
one.
either.
Older sister ruins younger sister's chance to be on national televised game show.
I have no idea.
This
All
one's
right.
a little bit harder.
Luke
Peanut
knows.
Gallery wants to
Peanut
answer.
Gallery? You want to
Hunger
answer?
Games.
Yeah.
I would have never got that
Yeah,
one.
I would've
I'm not
never
a huge
either.
Hunger Games fan, so I think
Never
that's
seen it.
I get it now.
You get it now?
I did not get it then.
Yeah, it's okay. They're supposed to be weird descriptions, okay? Sorry, that one was a little bit harder than the other ones.
You gotta remember I was homeschooled too.
That's true. There's no excuse. No, I'm joking. You should have been slaving away on the TV, you know,
I watched
rotting
all the-
your brain.
I did that, but I watched the old stuff that
Oh yeah,
would be like probably before my parents' time. Some of it, it's really sad.
fair enough. Black and white films.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh, Easton loves all that stuff.
No, it's all he watches. He'll go over
He'll
to.
sit with my parents and watch Bonanza and Gunsmoke.
Yeah, that's what I
and-
grew up on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
It's-
yeah,
it's
he
all
loves
he
it.
Leave It to
watches.
Beaver,
Mhm.
Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I like Leave It to Beaver.
I
That one-
mean, I never watched. Yeah.
What's the one with the talking horse?
Mr.
Mr.
Ed.
Mr. Ed.
Yes, that one's fun. That one's funny. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
A hermit saves a guy and then teaches him a bunch of cool stuff so he can save his sister. A hermit in a swamp saves a
Oh,
guy.
that's Star Wars.
yeah.
Oh, I was thinking Shrek, and I'm like, how does the sister come into play? Get out of my swamp.
I added some older stuff so you guys, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know much about Star Wars.
Well, Dad watches. Star
I just
Wars.
know that there was like incest or something in there.
No,
there
no,
That's the part you remember.
Didn't
he
it-
kissed
didn't
his
one-
sister, but he didn't know it was his
It
sister.
wasn't like a kiss. It was
It was
just
like-
like hello.
Oh, I just always hear the jokes about it being incestual.
no.
Okay.
They felt a connection
Okay. Sounds pretty
because
good.
They
they're
were
twins.
connected.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't watch the movies. I
They-
probably
they
did. I don't
didn't-
remember
they
them.
didn't know that they were
It's my only
related.
failure as a parent. Have one child that's not into sci-fi.
My goodness.
I'm into sci-fi.
Which is gonna make
but,
this
like-
next question amazing.
Okay.
Okay. All
Uh-oh.
right. A nepo baby with a skilled pilot father joins a team to explore unknown places.
What is a nepo baby?
Nepotism.
Oh, I never heard it used like that.
What?
Mm-mm.
That's like a millennial thing.
Nepo.
Mom's saying you're
Okay,
old.
okay. Say it again for me. Say it again.
A nepo baby with a skilled pilot father joins a team to explore unknown places.
Is it? I think I seen this one movie called. It's with Tom Cruise and he flies planes.
That's Top Gun.
Top
That's-
Gun.
no.
No.
No, I don't know.
Mom,
Is it
Mom,
with Will Smith and Jaden Smith?
no. This one's more of a TV show.
And I'm a cusper. Thank you. I'm not a millennial. I just learned that.
It's,
TV
it's
show?
also a movie. It's mainly known as a TV show.
It's a movie and a TV show though.
Yeah.
Is it? What century is it from? Or what decade?
This is mom's.
What year was it?
It's like the 80s. And,
Oh, well, how am I gonna know that?
and 90s.
You were
and
Sophia. These have got to be
2000s,
movies that
and
normal
2020.
people watch.
in
Say
the
it again?
90s.
Is this a
A,
movie
a
you were telling me
nepo
about the other
baby
day?
with a skilled pilot father joins a team to explore unknown places. I don't watch this, but I know you watch this.
What was the movie you were telling me about the other day? I was like, oh, I don't think I'm ever gonna.
Well, it's
watch
not
I think it
Star
was
Trek.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the It said it was Star Trek.
Who's the nepo baby with a skilled pilot father?
I don't know. I just looked stuff up.
I'm sorry. I love Star Trek. I know all about Star
Alright,
Trek.
I get a redo.
That is not a
I
Star
get a
Trek.
do-over.
That is not a Star Trek description in any way, shape, or form. Unless someone's mixing up Wesley Crusher with Captain Picard, and that's not his dad.
Wow, she took this personal.
I am.
It's like
I
those
just
are
went
fighting
back to the
words.
Star Trek Museum again this summer.
She has.
They
She's
rebuilt
gonna
the
take all
set
our
of the
kids now,
original
too.
series.
Who is it? Who is it? You want to marry Sir Patrick?
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick
Yeah.
Stewart.
That's her.
I
That's
love
She likes
Patrick-
bald
I
guys.
love Patrick Stewart.
If my dad dies, that's who she's gonna marry.
He's
You wanna
already
know-
married.
You want to no, but like, this is what he looks like.
And he'd be like 100 at that time.
What?
This is what. This is him.
He's in his
this, that guy.
Sarah.
That.
I love Patrick Stewart.
She's judging you right now. We're all-
I don't care.
all right, you ready?
No, but let's go.
Yeah, I think you should know this one. All right. Two parents leave their 8-year-old son on his own while they go on vacation.
Oh, Home Alone. I got one.
Me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you ready? Are you ready
Mhm.
for this? A wealthy orphan does expensive cosplay at night instead of getting therapy.
Oh, I know this.
Oh, Batman.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. You ready?
I can't actually see the things. I'm just
Okay.
looking at my
A
direction.
woman gets kidnapped and falls in love with her kidnapper because he gave her books.
Oh, Belle.
There you go.
Beauty and the Beast.
There you go.
'Kay.
That was almost sad.
That would be you.
That would be you, Sophia.
It would be.
If you want to kidnap Sophia and have her stay, just
Give
give
her
her,
books.
a
Honestly,
library full of books.
You could just like leave a trail of books on the ground.
You wouldn't have
I
to kidnap her. She would
No
kidnap
candy
herself.
needed. She'll just
Yeah.
follow the trail of books.
I mean, if you include candy, I would appreciate it. Okay, you ready?
Sure.
I don't know if you'll get this one. This one's kind of niche. I should have had my mom say this one. Okay, a man becomes friends with a volleyball because he has no one else to talk to.
I do know this one.
It's an older movie.
I just watched this for the first time like 2 weeks ago.
There's only like one person in
Tom
it.
Hanks is the star.
No idea. I'm sorry, guys.
Have you ever seen like a clip of a man talking to a volleyball?
Wilson.
I feel like I have. Oh, I know that line too.
Okay. Just trying to give you clues.
do you know the name?
No. So awesome.
You ready?
Yeah.
Castaway.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Castaway. It's called Castaway.
Definitely heard the title and everything else you guys said, but couldn't come up with a title.
Yeah, it's okay. All right, that concludes something fun.
Great work.
Mom was our winner.
I don't know how. I usually don't know any of these things.
Yeah, you said that last time you were on the podcast. We added up your points and you beat Dad. She was like naming the
No, I was
spouses
like
of celebrities.
describing things. I didn't know any of their names.
Yeah. No.
Just
I
getting
think-
close enough.
She was. Thank you all for coming.
Thanks for
Thanks for
having
having
us.
us.
Yeah. This has been Prophets to the Prophets. See you all next week.